I made an album called Equivalency. It's a story of Sarah and David, this fictitious couple that I created to have this narrative of a couple who falls in love and then breaks up. And it was a story that I was really excited to tell. And to this day, is one of my favorite creative projects I've ever been blessed to be a part of. But there were certain chapters of the story and songs that didn't see the light of day, and I wanted to share the whole story. But before I share their story, I want to share more of mine too. This is a poem I wrote before hotel books existed, when I wanted to be a poet. It's just an artifice or artifacts and polished lists following this, and you'll quantify the cyst until it's cancerous or hazardous, and you unify and do me right before it's handed to an analyst. And then inadequate apologies and olive trees lending a branch to the stance of happiness manufactured with a new battery, and flattering the pandering of managing and hemorrhaging of masking this. So I'm asking this. Does the spirit change just because it rhymes, or there's patterns that seem like they make good use of time, or does it only matter if there's substance? Like, is there a way to get to heaven without dying in the passing mist when our bones are dust and we rust into cannabis or cannibalistic ballistics on self-evidence of a weaponized antic? And we blast off from a rocket or a socket full of piled up ruckus of ducks and piping that suck up at the typing from your brain to your smartphone to Satan's old home and distant hiding. There's a place to exit heaven because I guess we weren't brilliant and we're going to make a million or make a million mistakes that replace these demons. Just a handful of salt and light to get the right way to call it assault, and name of the back of the cross carved by blood and craved by some who want to get out of a hole dug deep before the seeping force decided to chase after the sun and break the backs of men so they can run. It's so generic and copycat and nothing that I ever meant. The president call me back, but my stance would make a difference because I'm a witness to the forgiveness of forging wishes and hoarding fists in the closet of broken skeletons. Are you happy with the mistakes I made? No, because now you have to behave seeing the consequences of how I acted with my back like a cactus just so you could see that I'm ready to call action and put on a show. So I know while I'm chasing the lights fading, because this was all just practice for a life I might get right.